I just want to punch myself in the face because once again, I went with another HTC phone, and it's like, literally, I feel like I'm getting back with a cheating boyfriend. Hello. So I'm just posting this video because I need to rant about HTC. So yeah, before I get into this, I know anyone watching this is literally gonna say this is your fault because you've continued to stick with their services and haven't learned your lesson. I know. But the thing is, when you find a phone and you really like the operating system, you want to stick with it. Like you people that use iPhones. I hear so many complaints from people, yet they continue to get every single phone that they release. I am an Android person. I stick with Android. It's just the way it is. And yeah, so anyways, I just want to get into this because I have had it up to here with the problems that I have had with HTC. I should not be having the problems that I'm having with my phones, and I say phones because it's been 3 of them, and obviously you'd think after the second one I would learn, but I'm like, no, the HTC10 is supposed to be a magical thing, and state-of-the-art freaking battery and charger and whatever. But come to find out, the phone needs that special charger because that's the only thing that charges it. Otherwise, I get slow charging and it fries the phone. Anyways, I will get into that. But let's go back to 2014, 15 when I got the HTC Rezound. Great phone for first year and a quarter that I had it. And then, yeah, the charger port went out and the phone would not take a charge. I had to try 4 or 5 different chargers until I finally found one that worked. And the only way it would work is if I plugged it in halfway at the 1,000th of a millimeter of a right direction and wrapped the cord around the phone and didn't touch it. It usually took about 2 days to get a full charge, so I never got a full charge out of it. I did nothing to that phone for that to happen. It just blew out after probably a year and 2 months. I even went 3 weeks without a phone at one point because it would not charge. And even when it was plugged in and said it was charging, the battery was draining. It was the worst thing to ever deal with. And there was no water damage, there was no anything. I didn't sit there and ram the charger into the phone. It was just weak piece of metal and horrible manufacturing. So that was the HTC Rezound. Eventually my contract was up and I could get a new phone. So I did some research, and even though I shouldn't have done it, I really loved HTC's operating system and their display and customization that you could have. And the HTC One M8 was like some sweet looking freaking whatever with front facing speakers, and they're like, yeah, this is a great phone, reviews were awesome. So I thought, I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get that phone. So I got the HTC One M8. It was an amazing phone, like literally for almost the 2 years. And then, lo and behold, the charger port blew out in that one too. And again, I was stuck having to sit my phone on top of a mantle and have the charger dangling down because it needed to be at that perfect angle for it to charge. And half the time it wouldn't charge. And yeah, it was obnoxious. And once again, I had to deal with a shitty charger port in another HTC phone. So yeah, anyways, that was horrible. The battery life by the time that phone was about a year old was horrible. It died really fast, and I'm just laughing when I say that because then I get into this phone. I have the HTC10 at the moment, which I have to have plugged in because recording videos just kills the phone. And yeah, when I got this phone, oh God, I just want to punch myself in the face because once again, I went with another HTC phone, and it's like, literally, I feel like I'm getting back with a cheating boyfriend because just once again, I was so excited to have this phone, and once again, they're like, yeah, super fast, like quick charging, and that it does. But again, the only reason that it has that quick charging is because it doesn't charge from anything else. This phone will not charge in my car, so when it is dying, I'm screwed. And when I plug it in with something else, I always get a pop-up saying slow charging, please plug in the factory charger. And what's even more funny is half the time when I get that slow charging warning, it's from this charger. And don't even say that you need a new charger, because this is the third one I've had and I'm still getting this issue. So yeah, but to get into the problems I'm having with this phone, by far this is the worst one of them all, because I cannot go anywhere, and I'm not exaggerating when I say any of this, because why would I when it's this bad? I cannot go anywhere without having this phone die on me, and I don't even use it. Like, I will get the phone charged up to 100%, drops 60% in the course of 30 minutes when I'm literally not even using it. Like, I'll be on it searching the internet, or maybe get on Snapchat for a few minutes, maybe 1 or 2 times, and the phone's done. And to make it even better, the phone will not make it past 40%. It just shuts off. It'll go straight from 40 to 0 like that and die. And when I try to turn it back on, it goes through a boot loop over and over and over until it just shuts off and refuses to turn back on. 90% of the time, I will try to turn it on and it won't even work, and I will have to hold the power button and the volume down button to get it into like soft startup and reboot it from there. When I plug it in, it'll get stuck charging, won't actually charge, the orange light just comes on and it sits there, and then once again I have to do the same soft startup and reboot, and it's obnoxious. And it's just annoying, and it's been like this forever. Like, I have 3 different portable chargers that I have to take with me in order to make sure that I have a phone when I'm out in public, and I don't, like, get shot and die and then no one can find me because I don't have a phone. I mean, even though I'm dead, so it wouldn't make a difference, but besides the fact. Anyways, yeah, so today, to make life even better, HTC Sense Home decided to take an update, and I found out that I'm not the only person that this has been happening to, because when I went to check the reviews on the app, as of today, hundreds of people have commented this, and just to prove that HTC is a mess, HTC Sense Home, which runs like the system pretty much and your home screen and everything there, continually decides to crash every 5 minutes and kick me out of everything that I'm doing. The screen goes black, I get locked out. Every time I try to unlock my phone, it crashes, wipes my home screen, and all this. And speaking of wiping my home screen, whenever the phone dies, like shuts off at 45, 50%, it's even shut off at 80% a couple times and not turned back on. It wipes my app data, which also happened with the HTC One M8, but it was even worse because literally it wiped everything and the phone was basically reset every single time it turned on. But with this one, it resets my keyboard, logs me out of all of my apps, and I have to sit there and deal with that for 10 minutes to try to get back in. I have tried, I also forgot, how could I forget? This phone is supposed to have a fingerprint scanner, doesn't have one anymore, that doesn't work. The hardware, software, whatever, stopped working, and all that HTC tech support has told me to do is just factory reset my phone. Thank you, HTC. Yeah, so that's where I'm at right now. I really need to get a new phone because I can't even take a half-hour trip to Walmart with my phone at 100% without it being dead by the time I leave the store. So yeah, anyone who is looking to get an HTC phone after listening to this, think twice, maybe 3 times before you do that. Yeah, I think I learned my lesson by now, because I don't even know what to say anymore. This really, really sucks. Just once, I would like to have a phone that works, and HTC just needs to get its
Okay, so I had to record the rest of this video on my laptop because, once again, HTC Sense Home decided to force close and kept looping and refused to let me back into my phone. Yep, here we go. It's not letting me back in. Can I have my phone back? No? Yeah, I tried to pull the video off of my phone, and then it force closed Dropbox where I was trying to upload it, force closed Snapchat, which wasn't even open, and every time I try to touch it, now it keeps going unresponsive. So yeah, that's where we're at. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this review, and yeah.